Hello, my name is Ken Millwood. This is an extract from chapter 2 of my book Total Dependence on God, which I've nearly finished and aim to publish later in 2012. Not everyone is called to be a church leader with that level of responsibility. However, we all have some duty or obligation at home, at work or in our local church. We may not be public speakers or evangelists, but we are all witnesses. In fact, when someone is not used to speaking to others about their faith, that is when they most need to depend on God. Having to trust Him for an opportunity to speak, the words to say, and the boldness to declare what one knows is true. A friend of mine, Val, told me about how God used her to witness to someone many years ago, which required her to depend on God. She was having a time of prayer with the Lord one morning, and the tune and lyrics of a chorus came to her mind. Go through the park on into the town. The sun still shines on, it never goes down. The light of the world is risen again. The people of darkness are needing a friend. Very near to where she lived, there was a park, and beyond that the main high street. As she waited on God, she sensed that He was speaking to her through the words, go through the park on into the town. The people of darkness are needing a friend. She sensed God was saying she should go through the park into the high street and talk to a man in a wheelchair. She did wonder if this was the Lord, but since she would never know unless she went, she put on her coat and set off. Then, thinking perhaps she didn't need to go through the park, she tried a different route, as it would be quicker to go straight to the high street, but felt convicted that she had to literally go through the park. So she obeyed, and as she went through the park, past the bowling green, there in a shelter was an older man in a wheelchair who she recognised as Frank. Slightly taken aback that he was there, she thought it would be easy to walk on by, and perhaps he did not want to talk to anyone. But as she approached him, she said to herself, "Okay, Lord, you sent me. So what do you want me to say?" And she stopped. "Hello, Frank, I see you're sheltering there." "Yes, that's right." "Can I ask you something, Frank?" "What's that, my dear?" "Frank, have you ever asked Jesus into your life? Asked Him to forgive you for all the things that are wrong in your past?" No, I've never done that." "Have I got to do that?" "Yes, you have." And Val proceeded to explain the gospel and shared a simple prayer with him that he could say to become a Christian. "Thank you. I'm going to do that when I go home." Val then carried on into the high street, got some shopping and went home. Several weeks later, she saw Frank again in his wheelchair. "Hello, Frank, did you ever say that prayer?" "Yes, I did, as soon as I got home. Thank you so much for telling me about that." That was some years ago, and Frank has now gone to be with the Lord. What might have happened if Val had not been listening to God and obedient to what He said? Not all of us are evangelists like Billy Graham, but we are all commanded to tell others about Jesus.